There is nothing called higher and lower spirituality. Often we use these terms, deeper or higher spirituality, because it's little more of seriousness into what we are doing. Little more than what we are casually or normally looking at. Usually we are looking at. It's something more deeper. That is why we are only labeling it as deeper or higher spirituality. But mind you, this higher or deeper spirituality is not excluding the lower. सो उनको मुबारक जो समझते हैं कि वो इवॉल्व है. एंड फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई डू अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हियर ऑन माई प्रोफाइल. You will see there is nothing you can call as label as higher or lower. Even if you do, you will see this is higher talk, this is lower talk. So this higher and lower is, you have separated into two. For me it is one. Higher plus lower is equal to evolution, what you are calling. What I really mean higher or deeper simply means higher plus lower, because the lower aspects of you and this consciousness you have to understand and you have to be dealing with it. Those who do not deal with the lower states of their own consciousness or the consciousness around, those who are not available to this are only escapists. For them, they have something called deep spirituality. We will only talk those higher spirituality, only about the self. Arey, at least pehle handle yourself, myself, because you are practically living in this world, and then you are sitting here and handling it. If you don't handle this lower self, how are you only talking about the higher self? So all these are becoming escapists. They don't want to look at the practicality of the lower self and the tendencies and the issues and the challenges and the obstacles and how you deal with it. They don't want that. They simply want to close their eyes and sit in deep some contemplation. So anything happens here? No. We are not looking into that. We are only looking into that. You'll see again and again you will be pulled out. You will be made to face these things, because please understand, you have not to go bypass this lower self. You have to transcend the lower self. That is what shifting into awareness is all about. It's about handling your shadows, not just being positive, optimistic. Optimistic and positive is fake. It is a mask. Please understand. Whoever says I'm optimistic, be positive. And then you put on a positive approach. You are not positive there. You are deeply negative inside, but you are pretending. It's pretension. You're pretending to be optimistic and positive. That will not take you anywhere, dear ones. You'll only live in a fake world. And especially when there is a collective that is all faking and pretending to be divine, pretending to be some positive, we will not look at anything negative. Those who do not look at anything negative are refusing the negativity within them, because they are now called themselves divine and positive. Somewhere they have been programmed in such a way that looking into your own negative aspects will make you negative. Looking into your own negative aspects in awareness will transcend that negativity. Looking at your own negativity in ignorance will submerge you into it. That's how it works. So we deal with inner shadows here. 100% inner alchemy, inner shadows. Those who are running from those things, no higher spirituality. At least not here. I will not cater to them. Nothing like, you're going to bypass these things and only these higher spiritual talks. Because I can see you're suffering inside. You're stinking inside. You're suffocating inside. Out of that suffocation, you are trying to escape and run to something called God. You want liberation out of your suffering. Yes, liberation is good, especially when you are motivated for liberation out of suffering. Yes, suffering comes to motivate and inspire you out of suffering, but that doesn't tell you to avoid it. You have to transcend it. You have to understand the nature of this suffering. You have to understand the nature of your own mind, lower self. That is what shifting into awareness is about. I am again and again talking this very clearly, because I do not want fake people sitting here with masks. You have done that all your life. Pretensions and holding on thrones. I am spiritual, I am divine, I am XYZ yogi, I am this and that. Nothing until this is all cleared. So forget all the titles and masks and everything. Simply be raw and crude. Be yourself, be authentic. Be as you are, inside, outside. Nityananda said, what you are inside, you should be outside, straight. Don't fake anything. Because that is where the training begins, where you make up your mind, I will be authentic come what may. If I feel sad, I'm going to feel sad. That sadness will look onto my face. Who cares? Damn, why should I pretend to be happy? Whom am I trying to please here? And whom am I fooling? Myself. What do I get by pleasing all these people? That I'm happy. What do I want to prove? What happens if I'm authentic and say I'm sad? If I feel like crying, I cry. If I feel anger, that will show up. The one who is angry, one who is sad, one who is happy, one who is remorse, one who is regretful, one who is guilty, in awareness will transcend it. The one who is all these pretending will never transcend it. That's the secret. So, authentic satsangs these are. If these are manageable to you, if this doesn't offend you, if this doesn't blow up your belief systems and shy down and say, oh, this is not for me. Yes, it is not for you. If you are vibrating on that level and trying to make spiritual mass, it is not for you. But if you say, no, I want the crudeness of me to be shattered and dissolved, and after all the darkness dies down, what remains is me, the light. That's how we look at these things. We look at negativity positively. We don't look at negativity negatively. That's a very bad approach. Eventually, you will see a lot of transformation happening. It is suffering, dear ones. It is painful. And that is why most of you escape. Because you don't want to suffer. You don't want pain. You're scared of pain. That is why the moment you hear something like this, you run. But you have to face it. It's in your karma. Whatever you escape will come and stand right in front of you, sooner or later. You have to deal with it. So let it not be like, 20 years I've ran around and then old age has come and I'm standing and then I see all these demons have never gone anywhere. I thought they've gone, but they are all here right standing in front of me and I don't have much time now. Let that not be a regret. Understand this authentic spirituality, what it is. Go to the core, go to the crux. Understand and deal with this. Have the courage to face. Have the courage to face who you are. And there is no need to pretend. I'm telling you, be who you are. Be very honest and people will love you more. People don't love hypocrites. Even if they can't see it, their energies slowly, subconsciously will notice it. So be authentic. It's a very positive and it's a powerful vibe. It can transform people. Your authentic vibe will transform people even without your preaching or teaching. Just by your being. Your presence is enough to change it. If you're interested, spend some time on it. Devans, don't be shy and be fearful about this. Spend time on this and work it out. We'll all work it together. That's what I see. That's what I'm teaching, everything from my own life. You can see I talk everything from my life, and my life is an open book. I have nothing to hide. So the gift that I have been given by the divine is to teach by what I live by. So every moment I see anywhere, the things and how I have transcended, that is what I'm sharing. So that's an authentic proof. That's a validity I'm giving. It's a living proof. I know it and I speak by conviction because I've transcended those areas what I'm speaking. So I believe I have the right to say that. I have the right to teach. I have the right to preach. And those which I have not transcended, I'm learning along with you. And that also I keep sharing. So that you also understand, oh, this guy is not perfect. Okay, he also has some things that he is learning on. That will make you also motivated. Yes. Rather than thinking that this is some great guy sitting out there and projecting all the divinity and goodiness to this guy. And that guy then does a little mistake somewhere and then you are fallen flat on your face. That is what happens all around the world. You come to know, you hear little something which is not in your alignment, which is not in your conditioned beliefs, and that offends you. So if you understand, everybody is learning here. There is nobody who is perfect. Even the great masters say that we are not perfect. Even we are learning, they say. So let's be a student of life. By being a student, we teach better. You can do that to the surroundings around you, to your loved ones, to your friends and people around, that you teach without preaching, just by being. being that authentic you. So I'd like to talk, and I'd like to have more sessions, deeper sessions on all this, breaking all the falseness of us. So tonight is one, and let's see, further also I'll be doing these kind of sessions, which will help you. Let's remember our real goal, dear ones. And let's remember that we got to be transparent in these dealings. That is the reality of the purpose of what we are doing all this in spirituality. Stay blessed.